Here we go. This is the actual last mission for me anyway. I'd missed this side mission completely, but thanks to Slenderman7676 I actually found it. It was hidden in my emails, just like everything in life, and it's a really cool map. It's a little bit difficult to start with because you're not quite sure what to do, in the sense that I ran around and started blowing things up when actually that's kind of what you do, but there's a nuance to it, should we say. So we need to blow up a selection of targets. We've got a time limit to do it as soon as we set the alarm off, and you have to reduce a building's height below a threshold, and that grey box circle is the threshold, and it varies per object. So we're going to do that without setting the alarm off at all. That is the plan. We're going to make our way down. I mean, we could do this one first, we could work our way around there, but there is a certain point where you can just blow them up and complete it and don't have to worry about the alarm going off, if I'm honest with you. So I'm going to show you how we'll do that one, and we'll work our way through it. We're going to start with the carousel down the bottom. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is the carousel. The main reason is just so that we're at the bottom of the map, so as you work our way up, if you do make an error, you still have a chance to kind of run through and blow everything up. So we're going to start by shooting out that structure there, that one. I'm going to get rid of this. Be careful you don't hit these neons. We'll get rid of that, and then we'll move our angle and we'll get rid of this. I'm also going to destroy this completely from the connection because it causes problems. When you shoot these arms, don't shoot this carousel in the background. Get rid of this attachment because the thing will fall and use it as a pivot. You want to keep this bit as much as possible on this side, and we're going to shoot these as low as possible. So when it falls, it's got less support on that side, it plonks over, goes below the threshold height, and the neon is intact because the structure has supported it. Switch to rocket launcher, stand about here. You're going to aim at the support beam. So aim at the point where the threshold is, and then aim about halfway through and fire. That'll make it fall with enough force that it breaks the swings and it lands down the bottom and the neon doesn't break. If it's too high, it will smash the neons. If it's too low, you have to blow up all of the bits at the bottom. Okay, so that means we've cleared the bottom of the map. We've got this tower to do, which is pretty straightforward, and then we'll make our way up to the top. So the tower is next. I'd recommend probably putting a quick save on at this point in time. To be there. Right, so as this comes down, find the point where the connection meets it and shoot. And when this does reach down to your level, you're going to want to grab it as high up as you can and walk off while looking up, because it'll flip and pivot and try and mess with you because you're going off a little ledge, and just carefully drop it down there. When you're carrying an object, it does cause issues in the game. It tries to put you through the floor because it's basing their mass on your mass, I imagine. So we're going to move that a little bit further away. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Wait for it to come down. Just being patient to save you a bit of time. If you've done it a few times over, then fair enough, just crack on. But we'll wait for that to come down, and then again grab it as high up as you can so we got less of a moment when we drop off, looking straight up. And we do want to clear the tower as much as possible, and then just gently, tenderly lay it down. Alright, so we get rid of this. I'm going to blow the front up. It's going to fall one of two ways. Apart from today where it falls diagonal. It normally falls forward every single time, or very, very rarely backwards, but the rope pulled it over to the side. Okay, so we got the tower all sorted. We're laughing. Now, some of these are easier than others. The easiest one to do is this one to begin with, then we'll move over to the side and we'll get this one before we start our final route. So this one we have to actually take a building down, but we've got to get rid of these neons. After that, it's really easy. So we're going to clip them off, take it down, then we'll move our way over to the other side. Right, so we're just going to shoot these off, break the rail, and you can grab this one before it drops. So the first one's super easy. The top one's a bit more difficult because it comes from height, so you're going to want to stand a little bit away and grab that. If you pick the point exactly where it changes direction, it's more consistent. So like there, it's more obvious that it's going to fall straight down instead of at an angle. Okay, so we're going to go inside and we're going to layer this bad boy up with nitro. If you haven't got nitro, then just, you know, rocket it, blow it up, whatever. As long as those neons are out of your way, you're a happy camper. You want them close enough to set each other off. It's probably not going to work, but never mind. Just going to clear my distance on this one. Oh, and there's the frame rate for you. And it's down. The quarterback is toast. Nice Christmas themed joke for you there. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go hit this one up next. Then we'll take this one out. Yeah, this one. And then we'll go on to the final one. So we want to shoot out the support structures of this, and we're just going to guide it down. It's a little bit RNG, I'll be honest with you, but we can, a little goes a long way because it's a very weird design. Please, so grab it and bring it gently and tenderly to the floor. Now, there's a few things you can do with this. It's rotating and it's going to do some silly stuff, but it can't do much damage to itself. Once it gets stuck like this, you can leave it. You can chop them off with a blowtorch and leave them flat, but that's going to do its own little thing over there. So we've got that one out the way. Now we can move on to one of the more irritating ones. So I'm going to stick this plank up first. And we're going to need to take down these 4 neons from this. We're going to place them on the roof over here, and then we are going to blow the structure so it falls straight down. This is the most fiddly one in the whole setup. Right, so we'll head up and we're going to pop our plankarino on here to get up. And we'll set our blowtorch up. Now we're gonna siphon it off, slice it off at this point, and we're gonna wait until it's the highest up before we do that. So if it doesn't work first time, patience is a virtue. Oh, he don't want to go, does he? You have to wait until it's pointing up because it makes it vastly easier. Otherwise, that end drops faster and it always breaks. These ones are really, really touchy. And we're going to get this one next. So again, same process. Wait till it's pointing up or on its way up. Look at that, smooth as you like. I'm going to place this over here. Now I'd recommend when you've done 2 or even 1, you bang a quick save on before we take these down. And then we'll move on to the next ones. Right, so let's get the last 2 out. There he is. He really fancied causing me issues there, didn't it? So it's definitely worth that quick save because it can be super annoying at this point, especially if you cut 3 off and then you have to get the 3rd one. It just messes up. Obviously you can just blow it up, but no one said it'd be easy to get. Oh. Come on, man. Slow and steady wins the race. Now you got a couple of options here. Just going to tell you some facts, some real talk. You can move all of these very slowly away. That's why we've done that one first. You can move them away. Or you can get brave and you can just drop this. So the first thing to do is you want to take the car down. Then we want to take this down. Because it's just things that can drop over there. Now, annoyingly, these seem to hold it up, and depending how it falls can be more or less annoying. So just go with the flow, whichever way it's going you want to support it in its decision, and take it out, and there we go. So that's the hardest one. There's the hardest one. So we drop that, we can leave those up there, shouldn't be any issue. Now with this one, We can do it in a couple of ways. We can RNG it and just shoot it. Again, you can blow it up and blow this up and run to the exit. You'll do it easily. Or if you're going for that 0 time, you can do as I say. You can shoot it and hope that it works. And if it does work, then you can drag the whole lot. By work, I mean falls off. You can drag the whole lot out of the way, and then you can blow the building up. There's a slow and steady way, which is the best way of doing it. It means you need to take out all 3 forks, and then we're going to take them over here where our first footsteps were, and we can blow up the building. Right, so we're going to want to put planks up to the top, and you do want to put a quick save on this, by the way. What I'd recommend doing is shooting this. The amount of times that I've jumped into it is very strange. And then you can see where the bars are. You want to shoot it sort of about 3/4 of the way and jump off looking directly up. Just going to dump it in the bush. I'm going to do that for each of them. So about 3/4 of the way, make sure you've got radius to grab it and look straight up while you jump off. Otherwise, you'll smack it on the floor and it'll break. Simple as that. And then we do the last one. Be careful on this, we don't cause any problems. Moving it off, jump off here. Goes into the bush as well. Now we're going to want to get rid of our boat. I think it's better to just rocket launch it, because it can be a pain in the backside. Then we're going to just take the building down. It does seem to run very slow, this one, for me, when you blow a few things up. You can do it with bombs, you can do it with a gun, however you want. Easy with a rocket launcher. Take your aggression out. Right, just going to want to put the fires out. There's a lot of wood in that building, just to annoy you. How's the water set on fire? Is that the dock? There we go. So we'll run over to here. So that's all of them apart from Wonderland, which we can just blow up and jump straight in there. We can plant bombs here, sorry. And by the time you're in there, it will go off. It will still trigger the alarm though, so we don't want to do that. There's a few options that we can try, and we can build planks up and we can chop the Wonderland sign off, or we can break its runner and put ropes on it so it dangles and then pick it off. We can shoot it evenly, so one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and hope it goes backwards. It's quite rare because it's weighted forwards. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up ropes to attach it with a bit of tension in it, so it will hopefully, when we shoot it, pull backwards and basically prevent it from going off. It's a little bit RNG this, so you might want a quick save. It's really hard to do all of these in one big run. It is possible, but you might not want to put yourself through it. So also I'd recommend putting a quick save on right now. Right, so to get those cables in place, I'll jump up here, attach a plank to the bottom and jump up. Got our cables out. Ooh. I have no idea why that just threw me off. It's disrespect. What? It's just forcing me off. I just jump. It will not let me stand on this plank. It will absolutely not let me stand on it. I've never had this issue. Right, so we'll attach a rope here. I'm going to attach it down to about there. We don't need it to be too red. The colour from yellow to red indicates how feisty it's feeling. Why can't I jump on this? Right, just about made that. Okay, so we've got our cables in place. We need to break this. And we're going to shoot the left side first of all. Should put enough tension on. Went a bit fast, that did actually, but it'll work pretty much every single time that you do that. If it doesn't, then there's too much tension. You want to put it so that it's less red. Attach it a little bit lower. If you shoot about the midpoint, it kind of helps it not to come down quite as aggressively, but that was pretty brutal. Anyway, it's below the height. Every single one of them on the map is now dropped. We've not set an alarm off, and we've completed this mission. So we're going to jump into our van and we're going to escape. A lot of time on that because I spent a lot of time on the menus and a lot of time chatting. I've done it. I think I've done it in about 8 minutes, but I wasn't particularly rushing to do that either. So once you've got the basic idea, It's not too hard, and that is pretty much it for the standard heist, unless there's another one I missed, which I think's unlikely. So we completed everything in Teardown now. Thanks for coming along for the journey. If you enjoyed the video, then please, the usual, go off, like and subscribe. And I hope the Teardown content's been great. I'm going to continue supporting it, as I say. I'm just finding it a little bit difficult to find like heists that are worth my time and stuff, and just figuring out how to put together videos really that aren't just sort of short clips about random stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. And yeah, that's the last mission, the last side mission, should we say.